So there is something absolutely wild about this pair of glasses. You see, in the past couple of days, it's turned my living room into a planetarium, my desk into a 3-monitor setup, and of course, my handheld into what feels like a 1500 nits OLED cinema strapped to my face. And no, this is not a Vision Pro, this is the VITURE Luma Ultra. Also, quick side note before we get into it, thanks to every one of you who subscribed to my channel this year. You see, we're actually this close to 3,000 subscribers, and honestly, it blows my mind. I'm really hoping 2026 is like 10 times better than this year, video-wise, gear-wise, everything. So yeah, I appreciate you guys. And of course, if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. It's gonna be fun. Okay, back to the video. So if you've been around for a while, you've probably saw my video on the VITURE Luma Pro. And actually that video did way better than I expected, and apparently VITURE saw it too. So they reached out again and said, okay, we are sending you the new Luma Ultra plus some extras. So yeah, they sent the hardware, but everything I'm about to share with you guys is my honest experience, good and of course bad. Now the Luma Ultra is like the Luma Pro's big brother that went to the gym and came back with extra cameras and way more brains. It's brighter, up to 1500 nits, it has proper 6 degrees of freedom tracking, it supports hand gestures, it's built for real spatial stuff, not just big TV in front of your face. On paper, it actually sounds like the Vision Pro Lite for gamers. So let me show you guys what it's actually like to live with this thing from day to day. Let's start from the beginning. So the box arrived just like with the Luma Pro, same kind of premium vibe, except this time you've got that little Ultra tag in gold, which already makes it feel like a sequel. And as usual, VITURE did not hold back with the accessories like they said. Inside the box, I got the Pro neckband, the USB-C XR charging adapter for iPhone, 2 8-bit dual controller, one with an Xbox layout, one with Nintendo Switch, a magnetic connector to USB-C adapter, stickers, VITURE badges, manual, the whole circus. And unboxing all of that was actually fun until I looked around and realized my table was covered in boxes and cables and cases. The neckband does come with a really nice soft bag though. You know, I just threw the neckband and a USB-C cable in there and that became my go bag. But honestly, if you're going to buy all the accessories, just be ready that you're going to need some kind of tech pouch or backpack. These things want their own space. Now the star of the show is of course the Luma Ultra itself. At first glance, it looked very similar to the Luma Pro. Same general design language, same case, same kind of finish, but when you look closely, you start noticing the differences. There are cameras on both sides of the frame now, and that's where the spatial stuff comes in. The material also feels a bit more premium, like, you know, they've packed more tech into the same form factor, but it still looks like a regular pair of glasses. And apart from the cameras, you could walk around with these and most people would actually just think you're wearing normal frames, okay? The crazy part is, with all of that going on, the glasses are still very light, around 83 grams. I wore them for more than half an hour at a time and didn't feel that helmet fatigue feeling that you get from, you know, some headsets. And after a while, the only place I felt anything was behind my ears where the arms sit, just like normal glasses after a long day, nothing dramatic. Now, one thing I actually love and notice is the fact that the clarity is edge to edge. On the old XR glasses I tried years ago, the edges of the picture would get blurry or distorted. On this one's, okay, everything is sharp right to the corner. It feels like an actual high-end display hovering in front of you and not just a prototype. And of course, just like the Pro, you still got the myopia adjustment and the electrochromic film that you can turn on and off. So you can go from cinema dark to full transparent glasses depending on what you're doing. Now let's talk about the thing that got me the most excited and also the most frustrating. The Pro neckband. Now on paper, the idea is amazing. You're basically wearing a whole Android computer around your neck and the glasses are just the display and sensor part. You connect them with this short magnetic cable and suddenly you don't need a phone or a PC to power the XR experience. No long wire hanging everywhere, no handheld in your pocket, it's just you, the neckband and the glasses. I actually like how it looks. It folds, it fits in your bag, and if you're wearing a hoodie or a jacket, you can just hide it under the collar and no one really notices. It does have a bit of a weight at first, but after wearing it around the city, I got used to it. There were moments I forgot it was actually on my neck until of course the fan kicked in. Because yeah, when you start gaming or doing anything heavy, that little neck PC starts working. The fans can get really loud and warm, and that's where you start feeling its limitations. I will come back to the performance side of it, but I'm gonna say, genius concept, but not yet the final form. Now, I'm gonna say that the wow moment for me was actually turning on this neckband, connecting the Luma Ultra and launching the Spacewalker interface for the first time. The way the UI floats in front of you, it immediately gave me the Vision Pro vibes. Just a simpler, more gaming-centric version of it. With the Luma Ultra, you're not just rotating your head in a fixed 3 degree of freedom bubble like with the Luma Pro. You've got full 6 degree of freedom, and that means the glasses know when you move sideways, forward, backward, and not just when you turn. So you don't just look at the interface, you can actually walk around it, which is really cool. Hand gestures are supported too. You can pinch to select, move your hands to resize or reposition things, and of course in some of the 3D apps it feels really cool. But I'll be honest, it's not perfect yet. Sometimes I just have my hand resting on my side and suddenly the menu starts shrinking or stretching because it thought I was actually doing a gesture. And after that happens a few times, I just switch off hand gesture mode and use the phone app as a trackpad instead, and that was 99% of how I controlled the interface. And thankfully though, which is I think one of the nice things, is that you are not locked to one control method. You can use the phone as a trackpad, use it as an air mouse if you don't mind looking like you're casting spells in public, or just connect a controller like the 8-bit DOL. And when you combine that with the 6 degree of freedom or the 6DOF, it feels like a proper mixed reality device, not just a big cinema screen in front of your face. Now, the AR stuff is actually where it got really fun. There's a solar system app that literally drops the planet into your living room, like you turn off the electrochromic film so the glasses are transparent, and you're just walking around Saturn and Jupiter while an AI voice explains what you're looking at. I remember thinking, okay, yeah, this is actually the future. And again, I'm gonna say it's not just a gimmick. That same AR feature is actually being used in an experiment at Oxford University. So this isn't just toy software. They are clearly aiming this at education and researchers too. Then there's this Ghosts Party app, okay? Think of Angry Birds, but in your actual space. You're flicking ghosts around your room and it's fun. And yeah, the hand tracking actually worked really well. It felt natural, like you can even use another phone to capture what you see from the outside perspective, which makes for some pretty funny clips, to be honest. And finally, there's also a painting app where you just scribble 3D strokes all around your room. It's not productive at all, but it's fun, to be honest. The best part is that all of these can be recorded in real time from the neckband, which is really cool. Now let me talk about where this thing absolutely destroyed my expectations, and that is using it with my 16-inch M4 MacBook Pro. As soon as I plugged the Luma Ultra into a proper machine like the M4 MacBook, everything actually makes sense. The glasses are no longer limited by the neckband's power. The Mac just feeds it all the frames and the Luma does what it does best. And surprisingly enough, I've actually been more productive with the Luma Ultra on my Mac than I expected. But let's be honest, I'm a handheld person, okay? So this is where I would say things actually got dangerous for my sleep schedule. Gaming with the Ionic 3 OLED and the Luma Ultra has been my default setup at night. So there's this new game called Where Winds Meet, and I've been playing it almost non-stop with these glasses on. Now here's the thing that surprised me the most. Even when I dropped the in-game settings to low just to keep things cool and efficient, the perceived image quality still looked incredible through these glasses. It felt like the Luma Ultra was taking low settings and dressing them up in something much more premium. And that's when it hits me. These kind of XR displays actually remove a lot of the pressure from the handheld itself. If your device can run a game smoothly at low or medium settings, the glasses will still make it look like high-end experience. So even something like the Legion Go S or an Xbox Ally X suddenly becomes way more interesting when you pair it with a 1500 nits OLED XR display like this. You don't care about the built-in display size of your handheld anymore. You don't care if it's LCD or 500 nits, because now the real screen is floating in front of your eyes. And there's also a hidden benefit as well. You see, when you turn off the built-in handheld display and only use the Luma Ultra as your screen, you're removing one more heat source from the system. Plug in the glasses, switch up the Ionic internal display, pick a game, lie down and just play. Have had long sessions with zero eye fatigue as well. It's honestly felt like I was just looking through normal glasses at a huge floating TV. And of course, you can still do the full 3D gaming with immersive 3D and of course the Spacewalker on Windows if your GPU can handle it. With my eGPU and the RTX 5070, I tried some 3D gameplay and it worked nicely. But even in normal 2D mode, it already feels next gen. Now, speaking of games that feels like they were made for this kind of tech, Cyberpunk 2077 just turned 5 years old, and to celebrate that, VITURE has done something pretty wild. They teamed up with CD PROJEKT RED for the first ever Cyberpunk XR collaboration. It's called the VITURE Luma Cyber XR Glasses Cyberpunk 2077 5th Anniversary Collector's Edition, limited to 10,000 units, each pair serialized, designed by CD PR's art team. The design is translucent, angular, very 9city. You know, it doesn't feel like they just slapped a logo on it. It feels like something that your character would actually wear in the game. Spec-wise, it's using the same latest Sony panel as the Luma Ultra and the Beast. So we're talking about 152-inch visual screen, up to 120Hz and around 1500 nits of brightness. In plain language, stupidly bright, stupidly sharp, and just begging to be used in a dark room with neon lights. I like how they actually described it. It's not just a collaboration, it's kind of a love letter to Cyberpunk's dream of escape. And I agree with that, because once you've gamed on this thing at night with nothing else visible around you, it really does feel like you left your room and stepped into a different world. So, after all of that, where do I stand with the Luma Ultra? First of all, I'm going to say compared to the Luma Pro, the Ultra is absolutely worth the extra money. If you care about special features, of course, and you see yourself using AR or productivity a lot, it's only about $100 more, but you are getting 6 degrees of freedom, higher brightness, cameras for tracking, and of course, more room for future updates. And if you just want maybe a simple private big screen for movies and game, and you don't care about AR at all, then the Luma Pro is still a great choice. But if you want something, that feels like a peek into the future, then yeah, the Ultra is the one to go. Now, if you have any questions I didn't cover up in this video, please drop them in the comment section below, and of course I'll try my best to cover them in a follow-up video or in the replies. And again, thanks to everyone who subscribed and supported this channel this year. Hitting close to 3,000 subscribers feels unreal, and I'm honestly excited for what we can do in 2026. And of course, if this video helped you out, or just gave you a better picture of what this tech is like to live with, then please hit the like button, and if you haven't already, consider subscribing. That said, thanks for watching. My name is Samson. Take care of your eyes, guys. Keep gaming, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.